Woman of Reddit. What's a harsh reality you have to accept as a woman? Story 1. If you want kids, you have to run the chance of ruining your body in the process. The trick was to have a body that was never good in the first place. Big brain energy over here. According to my sister, pregnancy softens your bones, tissue, everything. Makes your body ready for birth, but doesn't morph back. My sister said she doesn't fit in her pre-pregnancy nice heels or shoes anymore. Despite losing weight, her bone structure just changed. 25% of women experience some kind of incontinence. About 1 of 200 women even suffer permanent damage to their colon and are not able to hold the contents of their bowels. And that's just a tiny fraction of things that permanently alter your body. I think those topics are systematically suppressed to not discourage women from getting children. I never read of those topics. Only heard about them from friends who gave birth. Not to mention diastasis recti. I'm still dealing with separated lower ab muscles more than 2 years after my baby. My stomach muscles will never be the same. I finally stopped peeing my pants 18 months in. The incontinence thing is crazy, because it doesn't have to be like that. 25% of women do not actually have to worry about peeing their pants every time they sneeze. In France, after you give birth, you are prescribed 10 sessions with a pelvic floor therapist for perineal re-education to help rebuild your hold in the pee muscle. They do not cost you anything. Many women are also prescribed abdominal re-education with a physical therapist. The province where I live has almost 5 million people. And in my last check, there was 1 pelvic floor therapist in the whole damn province. And people think ruin your body starts and ends up become less attractive. No, you can become permanently disabled or just straight up die. Story 2. Being nice may make the boys think you are interested. And when you make that clear, a lot of them start treating you differently, or just flat out ignore you after that. I had a manager at a restaurant like this. Once it became very clear I was never going to sleep with him. He went from being friendly and fun to suddenly treating me like shit. It totally ruined what had been, up to that point, a really fun work environment. I had a warehouse job building furniture. Good pay. I learned a lot. At first, the supervisor was extremely helpful. It took him about 2 months to realize he couldn't get in my pants. He then did things to put me physically in danger. When I refused to move something that required multiple people, I was fired. God, this is so true. I was friendly with a co-worker because we worked together. So I wanted to be on good terms. Next thing I know, he's telling me that he wants to do me in detail. I never gave any sign that I wanted romantic advances, let alone that once. I was also a minor at the time. I thought I had some great male friends in college. But as soon as I got a boyfriend, all my male friends just disappeared. It was shocking. When I was in a dead-end relationship with a total loser, I still had tons of male friends who wouldn't hesitate to remind me that I deserved better. After I dumped my ex, all my male friends started crawling out of the woodworks to shoot their shot. A couple of those friends ghosted me after I told them I thought it was gross to hit on someone mere hours or days after their breakup. The rest of those male friends disappeared when I got into a stable, healthy relationship. Men complain about the friend zone when they have no problem putting their female friends in the duck zone and act like she's the bashful for not dropping her panties the second he shows interest. Edit. I'm astounded that this little comment I wrote on the toilet this morning has racked up 5K upvotes. Holy shit. Wow. I'm done responding to the weirdos and incels below my comment. So, just keep that grossness to yourself, thanks. I found this out the hard way. When a co-worker that I would occasionally chat with thought I was coming on to him, even though I had a boyfriend, now husband. And then he started confessing his love for me. And then started showing up in places I frequently visited. And then started getting uncomfortably close to finding out where I lived. And then started claiming I was performing witchcraft on him. And then freaked out on a bank teller claiming it was all my fault. When I was 15, I worked my first job as a receptionist. A married father of 2 whose kids were only slightly older than me wrote me a letter confessing his love for me, which included a gift of nail polish. It's even grosser for me to think of now than it was then. The letter was bad enough, but somehow the glittery nail polish was even worse, because it showed that he was perfectly aware of my age. I was a 17-year-old intern in law office, and the frigging district attorney would insist on giving me shoulder rubs. He'd text me outside of work hours, always about work, but it was still so odd. His daughters were only like 5 years younger than me. After I left, he was outed as having an affair with the college freshman-aged intern that replaced me, but still somehow stayed Dia for years. Story 3. Had movers at my house once. They got creepy until I casually mentioned that my husband will be home soon. He's a homicide detective and was called out. Movers were very professional after that. I wasn't married, but needed to shut them down. My serial killer husband, Ted Bundy, should be coming home any minute now. You should hurry, he loves murdering repairmen. Yes, ugh. In my mid-20s, had 2 refrigerator delivery men start getting really chatty and saying, "It doesn't look like a man lives here," to try to feel out the situation. Oh, my husband lets me do all the decorating. He'll be home soon. Which was true, but still. Shit like this really makes me appreciate my plumber. He's a rough on the eyes, 50-something with old school tats, and almost certainly did hard drugs at some point in his life. But he's always super professional when he comes to fix things, gives good prices, and recommends other decent contractors. This is low-key why I prefer visibly older men in security or maintenance. No, I don't want the 29-year-old getting access to when I leave or come into my building, or to a master key. Give me the guy who will gush about their grandkid and doesn't want to play superhero. I've heard of a lot of single women who will have men's shoes at the front door, so people assume she lives with a man. I had a life-size cardboard cutout of Obama in my windows that I would move around my apartment to different windows, so it would look like a man was there. I'd close the blinds a little, so from a distance it was just a big dude in a suit. When I was single and living alone, if I had people coming to fix something, I'd ask my dad to stop by at the same time. Anyone acting weird would immediately stop as soon as he showed up. Funny how it takes a guy showing up for people to suddenly act right, as if respect only works when there's a man around. This happened to me with a repairman once. Makes me sick to my stomach. This happened to me the other day with a Grubhub driver. I just wanted some dinner, without a side of objectification. But I guess that was expecting too much. Next time I'll eat something from the freezer. My staff asked to take the day off, so she could be at her 75-year-old mother's house when they delivered her new fridge. I didn't need any more explanation. I immediately approved her request. I have a pair of old men's boots I picked up at the thrift store. I keep one pair by the garage door into the house, and one by the front door. I had one creeper repairman one time. Like I easily have 20 men that help me with my home yard help crew, irrigation guy, water feature crew, HVAC guys, misc, repairmen, but only one gave me the creeps, and it was the yard crew guys that suggested the boots. They even offered to leave me a pair of their own that they had in their truck. When I shared, I was a little scared of the repair guy that had been in my home earlier that day. A lot of guys are awesome and get it, but a lot suck too.